Yes, people, and what is popping YouTube? I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're going to be talking about a special fragrance that I've managed to get my hands on. It is none other than this one right here. Let me rub the bottle down real quick. It is Armani Stronger With You Tobacco, as you can see right there. So I'll touch on in just a second why I think Armani Stronger View Tobacco is probably one of the most luxurious fragrances in my collection right now, or prestigious fragrances in my collection right now. But let's just start off with talking about the Armani Stronger View line in general, because it gets hyped for good reason. Nearly every guy, I would say, probably has Armani Stronger View Intensely in their collection, and if not that, Armani Stronger View Absolutely, which I think everyone should have. But if you look at this bottle, Stronger View Tobacco, and look in the O, you might see the Arabic writing in there, and that is because this fragrance is a Middle Eastern exclusive. They do have others in the line like Stronger With You Oud and Stronger With You Leather, and I actually have one of them here, which is Stronger With You Amber. As you can see the Arabic writing in the bottle as well. So that's why I think this is a little bit exclusive to even have it over here right now when it's not all around the world. And I don't know if I mentioned the price I paid for this one, but this one's £81 for 100 ml, which is good because when I bought my Armani Stronger View Amber, I think I paid £83 for 50 ml. So this is obviously better value for money. But before we get into the smell, let's talk about how I even got this fragrance here, yeah, because loads of people DM'd me, commented when I dropped the video on TikTok. And if you don't follow me over there, make sure you go and do, because you'll get early access to everything. But loads of people asking me how I got this fragrance. So one of my followers who lived in Gibraltar, he messaged me and said, like, oh, TJ, we've got this here. Is it legit? Because he thought it was fake because he never heard anyone speak about it. So then I was like, oh, damn, I've never actually heard of this fragrance either. Done my searching, couldn't find it anywhere. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to drop a video. Let's see if anyone knows. So I dropped a video on TikTok. It done over 500,000 views and loads of people went crazy about this one. And then someone the next day from Armani hit me up and said, it's legit, basically. They put it in countries first that are a bit less popular for them to try it and see the reaction to it before they put it out into mainstream. So as soon as I heard that, because he sent me like a sample card with it as well, and I was like, oh damn, this is actually legit, someone who works from Armani. So then the next day I messaged the guy who sent it to me and said, look, can you get me a bottle? Is there any way you can ship this one out to me? So he bought it, sent him the money. He tried to give it to the post office to send it to me, and they was like, no, we can't send it because it's obviously a fragrance. So I was like, oh, you know what, damn. But then he said he might know someone who's coming over to the UK who can post it when they come. So I was like, oh, you know what, I gave it a couple weeks, didn't hear anything back. So I was like, oh man, can I get a refund? And he's like, no, my mum's actually coming to the UK in December, so she's gonna drop it off. So he sent me the tracking, sent me everything. The fragrance come the next day, and I was like, oh shit, it's real. And quickly, because I didn't touch on why this bottle, you might look at it and be like, oh, the bottle's empty, there's hardly any juice in there. But I decant fragrances, so as soon as I put this up on the website, this was gone. But I saved myself like 5-10 ml for me to use and enjoy. So that's why it's like that. But if we move on to the smell, I'll give you guys a quick atomizer check. Look at that, just one spray in it. We're not going to go too mad, but we'll spray it on skin. So if you guys have tried, I'm sure you have the other Strong With You line fragrances. It's obviously got a very similar DNA to that in the dry down, not in the opening though. Because this one has a note of tobacco and this one's a lot more darker. It's a lot more rich. It's smoky. And I know a lot of people, when I dropped my videos on TikTok and stuff, they was thinking, oh, tobacco, man, who wants to smell like a cigarette and stuff? But it's not. It's like a nice refined gentleman's kind of club when they're drinking their whiskey, smoking their cigars. It's like that. I think it smells nice, man. Some people might say it's like kind of a skanky fragrance, but I would say it's a little bit earthy and animalic as well. But for me, the best bit with the fragrance is when the vanilla comes and the OG Emporio Armani Strong With You DNA comes through in the fragrance with that vanilla in the base, and it gets slightly woodsy because it just works, man. It gives it some nice sweetness, which a kind of darker tobacco fragrance needs. And do I think this one was necessary? I do think so, because when I got Strong With You Amber, I liked it, but it was too close to Strong With You Intensely, whereas this is different to any of the ones I've tried. But I do have to note, I haven't tried Strong With You Oud or Leather, so I can't compare them to that. And I do have to say, the first time I smoked this fragrance when it came through in the mail, I was a little bit ill. I was very ill actually, and the smell I was getting then is slightly different to what I'm getting now. Still similar for the most part, but it was a little bit too earthy and animalic back then, where now, straight out, like I've only sprayed it a couple minutes ago, it's much smoother and a little bit sweeter than I remember as well, which is good. And in terms of longevity, with the Strong With You line, you're going to get 8 to 10 hours. With the Strong With You tobacco, you're going to get that 10 to 12 hour mark, which I think is brilliant. So now I've sprayed that on me there. I'm good for the rest of the day, no complaints as well. And I would definitely say this is a masculine fragrance. I wouldn't say it's unisex at all. It's got that darkness, it's bold. This is like a kind of statement maker fragrance. And when I dropped my videos previously, I didn't say this was like a date night kind of fragrance because it was a little bit too harsh and animalic. I said this would probably be best for the autumn or winter daytimes, just running errands and stuff like that. But now the original DNA is coming through and the sweetness of the vanilla comes through as well. I think, yeah, man, you can rock this on dates. So right now, because this fragrance is a Middle Eastern exclusive, it's going to be hard to get your hands on in the US and in the UK at the moment. So what normally happens is they're over there in the Middle East first, then maybe a year or so later it's accessible on some discounters like Notino and stuff. So just stay tuned for it. It probably will come to us, I would probably say mid this year. So anyone who likes the sound of the review, then make sure to check it out as soon as you can, because I think this fragrance is one that's going to divide opinions, but at the same time, because it's exclusive, man, us guys as like humans, when you see something's exclusive to somewhere or like you can't get your hands on it, it makes you want the fragrance even more. So I think as soon as this comes here and it's accessible to everyone, this one's just going to fly off of the shelves. So yeah, man, that is my review of Armani Stronger View Tobacco. As I said, I've got 510 ml in there, so I'm definitely going to be using it over these cooler months as well, and I'll let you guys know if my thoughts change on it. But anyone who's in the UAE or the Middle East, if you've got this, let me know what's the kind of reaction to this fragrance in the country. Is it better than Stronger View Oud and Leather? Because I know they were pretty hyped up. I think Leather more so than the others. And if anyone's watching this video wants to buy the fragrance after the way I reviewed it and how it sounds, let me know down in the comments as well. And if you've got any of the Stronger View line in your collection, which one's your favorite? Other than that, I would say mine is Stronger View, absolutely. But yeah, man, thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you guys for always sharing love and supporting. You know, the like, comment, sharing, subscribing, all that good stuff helps out the channel. But yeah, man, I'll see you in another video soon. As always, love for the love, my people.